Hello everybody, this is Spy and Jack here.
What's going on?
So, in our Monday video we talked about Dark Convergence and how it's a bit of a problem for Battlegrounds specifically, and all around just probably not good for the game due to its superpower-like state. And so we were talking about it, so we decided we're gonna go ahead and put it to the test. And I know we said we'd never run Dark Convergence, but here's the thing. We gotta test it. We gotta at least try it, see what's going on with it. And from our test, Jack, what do you think?
It's pretty broken. So there's some footage rolling in the background, and we didn't record audio while we were playing or anything, but we don't make it a full minute in, and our team has 60 points, and that's kind of messed up.
And that's part of also the issue with Team Deathmatch being the only real game mode, is that, this is where that kind of comes in, is that people want to run these heavy killer sets during this kind of phase of it.
Yeah.
So what I've been using, you'll see on my clip here, I've been using, what's it called? Daedric Runes. Yeah. This is my brand new, I want to be clear, this is a brand new character who has never been on the channel.
Right.
Just got leveled up, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah. A couple of days ago.
Yeah, so he's brand new. Basically, all the traits on the gear is just whatever I could find at a vendor. I only had a couple pieces that I could also run with Stormfist. So my sets personally were Stormfist, and I had Trinamax Valor, and of course Dark Convergence.
Yeah, because Trinamax Valor is a little bit broken. When you pop a damage shield, you start damaging.
Yeah, you got 2 seconds, a little ball hangs in the air, and whenever it comes down in 2 seconds, it does damage and heals you, and it's about 3,000 or 4,000 depending on both.
Right. Your offensive stat dictates how much you're going to get healed,
so
and
not
how much it's going to hurt.
Not your offensive stat, actually.
Your higher offensive
it's
stat.
It's your mana pool.
Oh,
how large
yeah.
your mana pool is itself.
That's
and
right.
That I think is kind of an interesting quirk to the set. It's an interesting set, and on its own isn't probably any broken or anything like that. But when you run it with Dark Convergence, I've seen some really crazy things from it, where you stun them with a bolt, a blink essentially. You blink into them, stun them, drop Dark Convergence, and then they're stuck between mines, and you just let Trinamax Valor drop.
Yeah, so my build is I run this set on the tank, not made to do damage, not really, and without being ironed out or anything. I think it would have been a heck of a lot worse if I had the right traits and the right staff. I'm running a Frost staff from Dark Convergence.
We both are, yeah.
Yeah, I did run the Pariah set, which is worked out, but over half my gear is not, because I threw on Stormfist as well, which is a proc set, and Dark Convergence, which is a proc set, and it's just real bad.
Yeah, these are sets that are, one of them is completely random. The other one comes from when you lay something on the ground.
Right.
And while Stormfist doesn't proc a lot in this clip, it does proc enough to do some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes off enough for it to be a problem for whoever you're playing against. If it was happening to you, you would be disoriented, which is the major problem really with Dark Convergence. It stops what you're doing,
yanks you right by the belt too.
Yeah, and it got bad enough at one point that everybody just stopped fighting up on the main part of this map and started fighting around it.
Right, and this is a class that I don't really know very well. I power leveled the hell out of this character. I really didn't learn a lot about the character while I was power leveling, if I'm honest. Mostly just stuck to the same 3 abilities, really. And I probably really should have taken the time to do dungeons and stuff like that to learn him more. But I've really only played this class for 2 days at max level. And for 30k gold, I bought all these pieces. Maybe 30K. Might not even be that much. I know the staff was expensive, but the rest of it wasn't. I'm gonna say 30, 35K. 1,000 gold. 30,000 gold isn't a lot of gold, especially in Elder Scrolls Online.
No.
A lot of money, I guess, could be spent on this if you really wanted to get the perfect traits. But we really just bought whatever was cheapest.
Yeah.
And this is what we got for it. I mean, the cheapest that we could buy, and we got a pretty damn good, like, powerhouse from it.
And it's, so, yeah, actually, like, seeing it as cheap as it is on, like, Guild Traders, I see why everybody has it now, because, like, they're playing PvP and forced into, like, so you're trying to play Battlegrounds, which is historically not just Team Deathmatch, I guess here more recently. And I can't really speak to whether or not it ever was just Team Deathmatch, but, like, you're forcing me to play, so I'm going to get a great equalizer and win, like, or at least be able to.
Yeah, Dark Convergence
definitely does that.
It procs way too often. It and I say that because it's only 15 seconds. It's a 15-second cooldown. That's not long enough for this kind of ability.
No, it's all right. So if your whole team is running it, that's 16 times in a minute.
Yes.
Because you can proc it every 15 seconds. Everybody can proc it 4 times a minute. Like in a 4-man group, you can set this off. Like, especially if you had like a concerted group effort, you could set this off just enough to it's a real problem when it goes off anyway. Like if you have 3 or 4 people doing it, it's real bad.
The thing is, it also scales off how many people are caught in it. So 10% more damage per person caught in it. So it's a thing that pulls you in, and once you're pulled in, all I have to do is blink on top of you and you're stunned.
Right. So you're stuck there. If you pull a group in, like, that's 40% more damage. Right?
And we took the next logical step on it, which was using poisons.
Right.
I started using sapping poisons. I gave you some as well. I know you swapped off to double dot, right?
So I went to a damage over time poison, and then I tried, not in this particular match, but I did try a hindering poison. Because, like, if Dark Convergence goes off, like, I was setting it off with the elemental wall, the unstable wall, and that's bad, because I can just drop that wherever. Like, I don't have to aim it, I just need to be close to you, and now you're screwed. Like,
it's a light armor set as well, which will guarantee you have a good amount of penetration from the passives.
Yeah.
Meaning that really, this is a light armor set that is way too overpowered for its power that it gives you. It's just too much.
Yeah, it really is.
Speaking from it, like playing with it and trying it out, Daedric Mines is also a really powerful ability on its own. And being able to use it from 28 meters away meant that I could proc it from atop a tower and hit down below and kill people with it. And I didn't even have to be in the fight. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, it's because, like, so I was using the destruction staff ability, which triggers poisons, it triggers Dark Convergence, but I could stand up on a cliff, like, away from the battle, and, like, pop lightning flood, and that would proc it. Like,
I think too many things proc it. I think entirely too many things proc it.
Like, I really didn't think the elemental wall was gonna set it off. I really didn't.
No.
It doesn't show you, like, when it says like an ability to leave something on the ground, but, like, you're thinking one of the circles or something, something that has a visible, like, area.
Well, I mean, speaking from it, we bought a healer buddy of ours the set as well, and his healing abilities were proccing it.
Yes.
Which doesn't seem right to me. Healing ability proccing Dark Convergence seems like it's just a way too much.
Yeah.
A lot of power there.
So, like, if he followed us around and healed us, and anybody got, like, while we were getting healed, if anybody was, like, close, and he dropped a heal on us, like, now they're stopped, and we're going to get healed.
They're going to get pulled in, and we're going to get heals, and we're going to continue on, but they're not.
Right.
Dark Convergence itself, I notice it does a whole lot of damage. It's ridiculous amount of damage. I don't even know really how much it does other than it kills.
Yeah.
I know it says 14k on the tooltip. I don't think it's that much. I think it's more. I don't know why I think it's more, but I think it's more. It does just a ton of damage.
Well, you almost never grab just one person with it.
No, that's the thing. Even if you do, though, the thing is, though, if you catch one person with it, they're dead. Yeah. If you catch two people with it, you got to dance around them a little bit. But the thing is, though, that's not hard to do.
Right, it's not.
Especially as a sorcerer class. I'm not really well versed in sorcerer, like, as the class itself. I don't play that class very often. This is my first sorcerer at max level. And because of this, I feel like I don't really need any other sets for the character. And that's an issue. Because I don't like the set. I don't like the power it gives because it's too much. It breaks other content.
Yeah, it does.
And I was testing it around while walking around with Vardenfell, and when we were walking around Mournhold and a couple other areas waiting for queues. And when we were waiting for queues, I mean, that thing would do damage to enemies. Yeah, it was absolutely. A PvE set as well, almost. Like, if you're doing dungeon grinding, I could see this set being viable there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a big pull, makes everything hurt, and it just does entirely too much.
Yeah. Well, so there you guys have it. That's Dark Convergence in a nutshell.
You know, we even went against some pretty good teams later on, and they were really mopping the floor with a bunch of us. But the thing is, though, Dark Convergence itself,
yeah,
I mean, those good teams were getting rattled.
Yeah.
And even still, while we were having difficulty with some of them killing them, just because they were really, really well geared and clearly knew their class.
Yeah.
What the issue is that I can spend 30,000 gold on a character I just now got to max level, am still learning, and be about comparable with them on power.
Yeah.
That's way too much power to hand low-level characters, or I say low-level, but low, like, I don't know this class. How can I do this?
Yeah. It's a problem.
And, I mean, out of everything, you know, I hope this clip can really just show that, like, Dark Convergence, I think it needs a nerf. I think it really does. I think the big thing about it all, like, why the issue about it. What's the issue about it? I would say it's the way in which it pulls you. If the pull wasn't there, I don't think it would be broken. If the pull was nerfed, it wouldn't be broken. I don't know what to do with it inherently. I'm not a games designer, but it needs something about it probably stripped down because it's way too functional as is.
Yeah.
And it really just sets things in a bad light for new players when they're getting killed by this set. And I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna join them.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Like, I'm not gonna say you can't build to like beat it, but like you're gonna put some time and thought into it. A lot.
And because it's so cheap, it's gonna be easily accessible, which is gonna cause only more issues. We're gonna see this set pop up for a long time until it gets another nerf, and they nerfed it recently, but it was not enough.
Yeah.
Clearly not. I mean, they nerfed it before the clips that you're seeing, so this is the nerfed version of it, and you can see it's not very weak.
Right. No, it's not at all.
But yeah, that's I think that's the video. We just wanted to come in here and talk about Dark Convergence itself, show some gameplay of us using it, as well as some other things that we were doing to complement it for other sets, as well as poisons. So if you're interested in, you know, video game stuff, things around video games as well, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and, you know, all the other things as well.